Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate y'all being here at the channel today. And certainly a welcome back to all of our regular subscribers. I appreciate you being here. And for you folks that are finding us for the first time, if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And if you all find the information that I provide beneficial, please hit that like button as well. And for you folks that are looking to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how I can help you grow and develop your business and help take your business that next level, check out the links below. And initially I would point you to our courses section where you'll find the Gym Management Playbook. And the Gym Management Playbook, this was designed specifically for you folks that are, maybe you're thinking about getting into the industry, you need some education, or you're new to the industry, or maybe you're struggling a bit. This was designed to help you shorten that learning curve and to help you maximize bottom line profitability. So click the link, check it out, see if it's for you to help take you to that next level. And then the second thing I would suggest the gym funding link. For you folks that are looking to open new facilities, I know we talk to a lot of folks that are looking to do that right now. And for you folks that are getting reopened or you're expanding and you need money for equipment, for staffing, for marketing, the gym funding link can potentially provide you with up to $250,000 in funding with no collateral. So check that out, see if it's for you. And with all that said, let's get into our topic here today. And the question we pose is, what makes a good gym salesperson? What makes a good gym salesperson? And I want to go through 8 things that I see, that can make a good gym salesperson. Let's look at some of these. And, if you're already there, let's make sure we're staying on track, right? 'Cause it's easy to leave some things out sometimes. If you're struggling right now, this would be a great way to get back on track. And if you're managing, a gym sales team, or if you want to manage a gym sales team, this might be the first training class that you hold, on things to help get them, on track and doing a great job. So number 1 on my list here of what makes a good gym salesperson, it's the ability to listen. And essentially, what we're trying to do here, we're trying to satisfy a client's needs. We're trying to satisfy their needs, and we need to learn as much about them as possible. And I remember when I first started, and again, a lot of you that have heard my story, I really struggled, wasn't really good at it, and I always felt like, well, what do I say? What do I say? How do I do this? And, once I kind of did figure it out, what I figured out is it's really not what I say, kind of what I don't say. In other words, I need to be listening, And the best way to listen is make sure we're asking really good questions. And if you have a needs analysis, that should have a lot of that on there. If you don't have one, check out some of the other videos here. You can search needs analysis on the channel, to find some of those sample things. And then if you can, get in the habit of writing this down, get in the habit of taking notes. It'll kind of slow the pace down a little bit for you, make it easier, I think. But then also, if the customer doesn't get started with you, all this information can go into your CRM and actually make for even better follow-up down the road. So the ability to listen is number 1 here. Number 2 is empathy. Definition of empathy: how to feel, what the customer feels. How to feel what the customer feels. The ability to put yourself in their shoes. Really understand not only what it is they want to accomplish, but why they want to accomplish it, why it's important to them, and how it's going to change their life. And really feeling what the customer feels. That's the core definition here. It's not just selling a membership. It's not just leasing space. It's not, selling a membership card. It's really, solving problems for folks and helping provide solutions. Manner of speaking, you have to be able to feel their pain a little bit to really be able to help them. Number 3 is the hunger. The drive, to be successful. You have to want it. And, part of this is knowing our own super objective. Why is it important to us? I have to pay the rent. Maybe that's it. Or, I want to own a bunch of clubs one day. Whatever it might be. And it can change. But that hunger, that drive, to be able to do it. And again, I know when I first started, I very much struggled at it at all levels. But there was a hunger there, and the hunger and the drive, not just to necessarily make money, but I wanted to see my name at the top of that sales standings. That was kind of the thing that was driving me, and I wanted to prove that the person that hired me, made that right decision. That was kind of my hunger, so to speak. And as time went on, my hunger was, I want to own clubs, I want to develop clubs, I want to build clubs, and that really drove it. But that hunger was there because you have to want it. You have to want it. I get asked all the time, Jim, who's an ideal client for you? And the simple answer is, it's folks that are ready to make a change. Many folks want to make a change, but are they really ready? Because when you're ready, you have to be willing to kind of step outside your comfort zone a little bit. And it's the same thing here on the hunger. These really good salespeople, they have the hunger for it. They're always a student. They're always looking. Okay. Number 4, competitiveness. They're competitive. Okay. They want to match their skills against other folks. Okay. And like I say, my hunger was kind of driven by wanting to see my name at the top of the list. I was competitive in that regard. I wanted to be the best. I know when I was learning this, my focus was, I want to know this so well, nobody can stump me. Nobody can stump me. I want to know it so well that I can really, for the people I'm talking with, right, the new folks coming in, I could direct them right on through, how this was going to work. But you want folks that are competitive. Okay, and it doesn't necessarily have to be, if you're a single club operation, competitiveness just within a club necessarily. It could be, hey, in other sales organizations, maybe you're attending networking events and entrepreneur events and things like this. But you want folks that are competitive. You want folks that want to win. You want folks that they're going to keep grinding at this. They're going to keep working at it, no matter what the odds may look like. Okay, they're simply not going to give up. Number 5 that makes really good gym salespeople is the ability to network. The ability to network. And network's one of the simplest things in the world. I know when we hire new folks, one of the things that we always ask them to do is we want them to contact everybody in their power base. And who's their power base? Usually it's everybody who's in their phone. It's people they know, people that love them, people that trust them, people that want to see them successful. And we're going to help them with a script, and we're going to help train them up. But we want to contact those folks first, because everybody should know what you do. Okay? Because now they can refer people when they come across someone they feel might be a fit. Okay, many people really miss the boat on this one. Okay, this is a big one for you. But the ability to network, and even attending networking events and knowing how to do them is going to be big. But it's networking within your own circles. And I would ask each of you listening: does everybody, or most, okay, that folks that do they know what you do? Do they know what you're looking for? Okay, you'd be surprised. I remember again back in the day building clubs and even managing clubs, and the light would go on. They finally figure out what it was I was doing, and they would say things like, "Well, Jim, I thought you were just, kind of overseeing the basketball court and putting basketballs, kind of back in place," or something similar. They really didn't know. That wasn't their fault. That was mine. Okay, so that ability to network, everyone should know what you do, what you're looking for, and stay in touch with them. But one of the biggest things you can do there is show an interest in them. And how can you refer business to them? Those are some of the secrets there on that. Number 6, confidence. It has to be, right? How can you really be good at something unless you're confident? Confidence is the key to most everything. How do you become confident? Okay, become a good student. Become a student of sales, a student of management, a student of people, of fitness, of your company, of the industry. Become a good student. Be constantly learning. Memorize your scripts. Memorize your information so that now you're free to be yourself. That's how you do it. But stay steady and stay consistent at it. You start getting results, your confidence will get even higher and higher and higher. Okay? Don't cross that line over into arrogance. Stay humble while you do it. Okay? Now, number 7, enthusiasm. We're enthusiastic. It's been said many, many times that, when we're defining sales, what is the definition of sales? It's a transfer of enthusiasm. Okay? A transfer of belief, a transfer of conviction, a transfer of passion. It's a transfer of enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic about this, because in part, what our job is, whether it's an existing customer, it's a potential customer, anybody we meet, essentially what our job is to bring them up to our level of enthusiasm, not to have them bring us down to where they're at. All the excuses as to, why you can't do something. And then number 8 on my list of what makes a good gym salesperson, and maybe I should change the word good maybe to great, because really if you do these things, you're going to be great at this, okay? Take all these to heart and really work on them. But number 8 is resiliency. Hey, you get knocked down, you get right back up. Simple as that, okay? You keep going, you keep going, you keep going. And I'm always reminded, some of you folks may have heard me tell this story in the past, this was when I had become good at this, okay? And we had a Thursday night that we had 0 sales for the day. And so this was a top producing club. I was the top producing person, and we're sitting at 0, okay? And just from the resiliency standpoint, I refused to kind of leave. I just didn't want to. I wasn't going to abandon ship, so to speak. And we'd closed about 10 o'clock, and about 10:30, here someone comes rolling in and says, hey, I know you guys are probably closed, but hey, I just got off work. I'd love to see what you guys have. And I ended up taking him through. I followed the process. I didn't cut corners. I didn't get anxious. I didn't try to, ask him to buy until I'd earned that right. And he sat down and bought, and he bought one of our biggest packages, and not from a unit standpoint, but from a dollar standpoint, kind of saved the day, okay? But you have to stay resilient. And part of this I would suggest for you folks listening here is learn to have a short memory, okay? You hear this in sports all the time. What's the greatest trait they can have? Well, it's a short memory. Hey, you have a bad game, a bad day, a bad week, forget about it. Every next opportunity is a brand new opportunity. Forget about what happened. You can work on it in practice. You can work on it in training. But in the middle of the action, forget about it. Do your thing. So resiliency. So 8 things that can make a good or even maybe great salesperson. Take a look at them. If you're managing folks, how can we help those folks? If you are one of these folks that's in sales, or you don't have to be in sales. You can be almost in any role. How are you doing on each one of these? It'll make a big difference in the production of your company. So, folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. I appreciate you being here today. Again, you can learn more about me and my company by checking out the links below. Also, click the email link and join our email list to receive updated information on things that we're doing and how we can help you grow your business. And we look forward to seeing each and every one of you on that next video. Thanks.